the doctor. He said, no, but I can do walking. So.
Well, walking's really good exercise though too, right?
Yeah, like I can round up some people to go walking with. Yeah.
Absolutely.
No,
That'll
it's
be
rain
good.
though.
Oh,
Hey,
I know it's
everybody.
awful.
I know this
somebody
rain
else is here.
sucks.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How's it going?
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Hi, Andrea.
Hello.
Does-
Where are you off to, Miss Brooke?
Hello.
How's it going?
How are you?
Good. Where are you off to? Ooh, your hair looks so pretty. I love it short.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm not sold yet.
I like it. I think it
I
makes
like the
you
haircut,
younger.
Brooke. Nice.
Thank you, Mish. I'm not off to anywhere. My ducks are being cleaned, and it's loud, and I can't breathe. So I went a block down the street.
Nice. You illegal driver, you.
I didn't drive.
Oh, okay.
Machi drove me
Oh, very nice.
and ran home in the rain. Or poor man.
All right, let's wait another 2 minutes here for people to come on, then we'll get going.
I'm going to be muted most of the call, so just in case anybody's like, where's Trina? I'm still here. I'm just muted.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm gonna
no worries.
mute too.
I think Stacy's coming on. And let's see who else. There was quite a few people confirmed, so hopefully we get a few more. Just texting everyone. Get your butts on the phone. I sold a few ice cream makers with my ice cream maker flash sale. Yay.
Nice.
I need some more sales this month and some more shows, so I'm working on it.
The month just started.
This is true.
Yeah, I've been trying to book and working so hard. I think I'm up to like 150 no's and like 6 bottles of wine, so we're good.
Jill, that picture that comes on first with you drinking wine, I thought that was you right now. I'm like, you are a boss.
Oh God, could you imagine?
That's awesome.
Yeah, I wish.
Because we're supposed to wear to conference what we got from Tiffany, so we're saying that Jill needs to give out autographs and wear her sunglasses.
Nice.
See? All right, it's 2:02, so we're going to start. So thank you guys all so much for tuning in, and congratulations for an awesome June. And to everybody here who went green, especially to Justine and Trina, who are brand spanky new. It's, you know, and you had a great month, both of you. So good job on that. Yay. So I always say there's a lot of ways to skin a cat, especially with the summer months. You can hear a lot more no's than normal. People will say things like, oh, summer's such a busy time, or oh, I can't even imagine doing a party this month. So some of the things that I'm offering are lunch and learns the week post Stampede for Salad in a Jar workshops, because everybody always wants to be in detox mode after Stampede. So I thought that would be a good one to offer. So I've been contacting everyone I know in offices. That's kind of an interesting one. But there's lots of ways to, yay, thanks for joining us, Renee Danielle. I'm going to close my daughter's door 1 sec. All right. So I always say there's lots of ways to skin a cat. And how are we all going to reach our goals this month? So hopefully you've written down the goal of what you're trying to accomplish this month as far as sales goes. I know it's a big month for Renee Danielle. That's right. And we all want to reach the sales goals. So a few things that people are doing are mystery hosts for Stampede. That's kind of a cool one since so I've been suggesting that to a few of my team members, or of course virtual parties and mass messaging for bookings. So don't get discouraged. When we were trying to book last week, there's 4 of us here. We probably messaged for about 3 hours, and we probably ended up with 4 bookings total. So it's just going to take a few more messages than usual to book some shows. We're going to hear from Brooke today. Brooke doesn't have to worry about that, you fish. Just kidding. So what are you booked until? Oh, you're on mute there. Let me just unmute you here. Unmute. There we go. Oh, you might be personally muted. There you are. Now you're good.
The end of August, I'm booked.
Nice. And as we know, Brooke has a flow of doing 8 parties in the first round and then 8 parties in her second round. So essentially 16 per month, correct?
Yep.
Yes, and you guys had such a big month in June with, 50, definitely an organizational record, 56,000 in team sales. And you have some absolute superstars on your team that are coming to conference and are director bound, and those are Robin Fair and Kelly French. And do they
And
do?
Jenna Polelli.
Yes, and Jenna Polelli. And are they doing the same model as you exactly for the quantity of shows?
They're not quite up to 8 per round, but they are doing a similar model. I think Kelly does like one shorter day, but it's very similar.
And the same amount of time per party as you? Because
Yeah.
that's the way you teach your consultants,
Yeah.
right?
But a lot, like once people get the hang of it, they do kind of veer off onto their own schedule and themes and that sort of thing.
Right. And some of them do themes. You don't do themes though at all.
No.
No. So because you've had your team is submitting so much, I was wondering, talking to you about your onboarding process. So it was super funny because we were chatting a few days ago and I was like, what do you do to onboard? And she's like, I send them your email. I'm like, what email are you talking about? Like I had no clue. And I figured out that the last time I used to send this email called Welcome and New Steps. And I used to send it to every new consultant as soon as I would see their agreement go through the next day so that I could tell them their 30-day end date. And I stopped doing it November 2017. I think it's because that's when I had my second kid, but I'm going to start doing it again. And it tells them, thank you. I saw your agreement has gone through. Your 30-day end date is this date. If we get 1,500 in sales submitted before then, you're going to get this promotion, whatever it is that month, plus 100 Pampered Chef dollars. Do you still send that out, Jill? Oh dang! I don't know why I stopped doing it. It's embarrassing. And then also tells them to how to set up their order payment account. And then I say, then we're going to schedule to go through the website. And Brooke, yes, I'll send that to you for sure, Trina. Brooke, you take out that part, but what else do you do for onboarding?
What do I take out?
We're going to schedule a 45-minute call.
Right. Yeah, I don't do phones, so I really don't do the call. And what do I add? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
I don't add a lot. I mostly add, I think a big contributor to success for me is I pick their launch date for them. Because everybody tends to be virtual on my team, I say, okay, so you're going to set up for a launch date on July 14th. And then you're going to ask 2 friends or family members to book a party for July 28th.
Okay, so 2 weeks after.
Yeah, I mean, that's because that's how my template runs. But the point, I think, is giving them a date to shoot for gives them a concrete task. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so when you say that you pick their launch date, so say they were to sign up on the 1st, when do you normally pick their launch date for?
Well, I first look at the 30-day date and make sure that both rounds of parties can close by the 30-day date.
Right.
I try to give them like a week to kind of get, reading and learn things, but if that's not possible before their 30-day date, it's earlier.
I like that you just pick the date for them. And for our live consultants, we can just say you're going to start your virtual launch this day.
Or even for in-home parties, I feel like you could give them an option of 2.
Yeah, that's what I normally do. Okay, perfect. Sarah, we were just saying that Brooke picks, when she signs somebody up, she picks their launch date. She's like, okay, cool, you signed up on July 1st. We're going to do your virtual launch on July 5th. And they're just like, okay. And then she says, pick 2 people to do another party for you. So a friend or a family member to do one 2 weeks after that when her rotation is done.
Like I put a date. I say on July 15th or whatever.
Okay. And then they essentially, you run the virtual party for them or they do it from your manual?
They do it.
Okay.
I was finding that running it for them made them, is that me? No. Oh. I was finding that doing that for them made them feel more like a host.
Right.
And then getting those bookings afterward really wasn't easy for them because I was the one doing the work to get the bookings in their launch party.
Right. And do you tell every new consultant like you have to sign up with SynShare pretty much?
I don't tell them that they have to, but I tell them that if they want the template, that's how I share it. So.
Oh, you share your template. You know, you can just send it all to us too. Just joking. So you just send them the template and then they have to schedule the timing.
Yes. And so I have the manual telling them how to do all of those things. Like I've made videos of myself doing SynShare. And I pretty much say, once you've gotten to this point, message me and ask me for the SynShare link. And that kind of puts the ball in their court. So they're messaging me and saying, I'm at this point.
Nice.
And I check in at that point and say, okay, have you done A, B, C, and D? Here's the link to the template.
And you don't really, like if they haven't contacted you for that, you're not going to poke them again?
I do at some point. Like if it's been a week and they haven't asked me for the SynShare, that seems like a problem.
Right, totally. Okay, so then you give them the SynShare link, they set up their party on SynShare, and essentially they're ready to go?
Yep.
Nice. And then they just kind of take off from there, and you've taught them how to host coach and get bookings by tagging people, getting the host to tag people.
Yeah, like my manual goes over what a host packet looks like. So hopefully they're starting from there, and then, but not everybody can get a host packet to their first hosts, which hasn't seemed to make a huge difference.
No, I'm not quite either.
Well, I send them to everybody, but I feel like if you miss one, it's not a huge deal.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, so it teaches that, like the manual says, do that, and then each of the host tasks is, not each of them, but some of the host tasks are catered to the host getting 3 bookings in order to get a gift.
Right.
And they just have to copy and paste those host tasks to the hosts.
And the host tasks would be like, I really want this quick, like posting a picture of a quick slice. I really want this quick slice. We need 3 people to book a show to get it.
Yes, or like I do the booking sequel post that says once we get the flower bloomed or whatever, you get a gift. So one of the host tasks is to tag 6 people and ask them to host a party in that post.
Okay.
One of them is to have the host message people and ask them to host a party.
Oh. I can't hear you. I know I've heard you say that before, but I can't hear you talk enough about this. And then direct message. And what do they say when they direct message their friends?
I don't know. I don't give them a script. I just tell them to ask 4 friends to have a party.
Huh. And do you get any kickback from that on that?
Nope.
Really?
Never.
So interesting.
What kickback do you get?
I haven't asked a host to do that, so I wouldn't know. But sometimes, even just asking my host this particular week to add people to their group, they were kind of fighting me back. Like, I don't want to add them unless I've asked them. And I'm like, no, that's not how Facebook works right now. And they're like, but I've done a post on my timeline, and I said they might not see that post on your timeline, and they were just shocked about that.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So you guys say you have a really close team, and you guys have an awesome team page where you guys really cheer each other on and encourage each other. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I think that's a huge part of it. And I was talking to a Stella and Dot consultant last night about this today, and trying to figure out what it is that makes that different. And I think, I don't want to say this in a way that's offensive, but I've never craved, like, we talk a lot about getting into the leader group because that's where you have lifelong friends and stuff like that. And I've never craved that when you've talked about what that is. And I realized when I was talking to her last night, it's because I've created that in my personal team. So like, pretty much the people that I talk to all day are 6 people in my personal team. And I think that's the difference, that we've got that like a really strong team bond that I feel like most people maybe don't get until they hit leadership. Does that make any sense?
Mm-hmm. So what do you think some of the things you've done to foster that would be?
I personally think that we have a team chat in addition to a team group. And I think that makes a difference. I'm really kind of a jerk about what can go in the chat because I don't want people to leave the team chat because notifications are going off all day. So if people are just asking how to do a return for 20 minutes in the team chat, I'm like, hey, can you PM me personally?
Right.
But we are there all the time. Like somebody's always there and available to talk if someone needs help with something. And I think it makes a big difference that there's availability if help is needed.
Right.
When I actually polled my team to come and talk to you guys, and they all chose team culture, but none of them chose team chat specifically. But I do think that it's a component of team culture that maybe they're not really seeing as a big component.
Right.
I took Jill's Hello Monday idea, and so I go live in the group every Monday. And honestly, I always ask for topics. I rarely get one. So I just kind of spout off, but it's pretty personal, and I think that makes a big difference. Like I'm just, Sherry calls it Brooke Unleashed Monday.
That's cute. One thing you mentioned about your team was expectation. What would you say that you are with expectation when it comes to what they do? And
well, I think the expectation starts from, my husband is trying to get in the vehicle. Hang on one second.
Mhm.
Yes? What? Credit card. Whatever. I don't know. How do I pay the duct cleaners?
I love how men can't make decisions.
Constant. It's a constant fight. At the end of the day, I'm like, listen, I talked to you about what decision fatigue is. I need you to decide what the snack is tonight.
Yeah.
I think expectation is set from the email on. So the email definitely sets up like when, and I liked your wording, Andrea, it says when we get $1,500 in sales. So it really makes them feel like part of a team from the email, and that I'm in it with them and not just go get $1,500 in sales. So I think the expectation is set there that you get $1,500 in the first 30 days. And there have been a ton of studies done showing that what you do in your first 30 days is what you expect forever. You've always said that too, Andrea. But also I think just example of me and like others in the team, I think when people join and see the sales that are typical on the team, they think that that's the level that they are supposed to be at.
Right. For recognition, so as somebody's sales on your team is going up and up and up, like Robin Fair or Kelly, Robin Fair sold $8,000 on Brooke's team this month. Are you kind of posting as that goes along?
No.
No.
I post on the first of the next month.
Yeah, perfect. So,
and I started something 2 months ago where I post on their wall. So I've made this, there's no way to upload here, right? No. I've made this like graphic with the top 6 salespeople, because 6 looked better than 5 did. And it's got their pictures and their name under it, and it says top whatever sales, top May sales, top June sales for Team Incredible. And I post that on their wall and a little blurb about how they're one of the top achievers in Team Incredible that month and tag them in it. And I do that for all 6 of them.
Awesome.
I don't know if it's made a huge difference because it's only been, maybe it's been 3 times that I've done it now.
Right. I love that. Thank you. I'm going to do that.
But I do know that Sherry says she's always mad when she's not number 1, so maybe it makes a difference.
That's awesome. Okay. How do you promote personal recruiting in your virtuals? I've asked you this before. You kind of play a ticket game, right?
Yeah, I do something every day. So I post the ultimate kit on one day. I post a ticket game on one day. Something about Disney on one day. Something about Tiffany's on one day.
Oh.
I
didn't know that. Every day. Okay.
Something, and it's not like blatant join my team kind of posts, but like the Tiffany's one is not a blatant, join my team and you can go to Tiffany's post.
Right.
It's just look what I got to do kind of thing.
Cool. I love that.
And team members post it too, and they just change up the wording.
Right, that makes sense. What else did you have in your notes there, Brooke, you want to share with us?
What else do I have?
Bloody wizard.
I think that's most of it.
Questions for Brooke? No questions for Brooke?
Nothing.
So what about if you have somebody that has kind of been struggling, or you have, what do you say to your team when they say, I've been struggling with bookings or I can't get bookings?
I usually have them, so often they come to me with that, and I usually have them reach out to the group, either in team chat or in the group itself, and get some ideas, because I feel like that's where people are kind of like doing the same thing over and over to get bookings and not getting them and getting frustrated, that it's time to reach out and get different ideas on how to do that.
Do you ever have any of your somebody have a question? Do you ever have any of your virtual parties cancel?
No, I have hosts ghost me, but I've never had anybody like actually cancel on me. It doesn't happen a lot.
But it does happen sometimes.
Yeah.
And you still have $0 parties, right?
Yeah, from time to time.
And one of your tasks, is that one of your tasks to ask the host to direct message all of the guests for orders at the end? No, hey? You just have a lot at the end of, this is the last day to order post kind of thing?
I do. One of the tasks is to, I don't remember all my tasks. One of them is to ask people who they knew wanted to order, who haven't placed an order, to message them.
Okay.
But I never want a host to feel like she's badgering people. So I've never said message every guest or.
Right. How are you finding it with people accepting the invite for the group? Do you find that that's going okay now with the, number of?
What I find is that it's not as quick. So I used to kind of know how a party would do based on how many guests I had on, day 3 of pre-party. And that's not the case anymore because they just continue to go up over the next 4 or 5 days. I think it's because people get random notifications when they're invited.
Right.
So I think after 4 notifications, they're finally like, oh, I'm not part of this, so I'll join.
And you pretty much done the same method of the host you get the host to do at least 1 post in the group each day, correct? Or do you do more than that now?
No, not more than that.
Okay, just the 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. I think that answers all of my questions. Man, you are doing so good. Almost earned Disney level 2, haven't you? Or have you?
Well, technically I have. I just haven't gotten my bonus points yet.
Yes, all of us.
Sarah is asking if I would go back to past recruits who haven't done much and do the same process. I don't know. I've never done that, Sarah. I've started everybody with the same process. So I think this sounds terrible, but I kind of feel like if after 3 months they haven't used that process appropriately, maybe it's just not for them.
I would agree with that. I think the big thing is absolute mass recruiting, and you can only lead a water to horse so much. If they're going to do it, they're going to do it. If not, on to the next. We need to find lots more people. Any more questions for Miss Brooke?
Brooke, thank you for sharing with us. It's always good to hear you talk.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Any questions? Stacy? Stacy's been doing a ton of virtuals. Did you have anything, or you got it down? I don't know if she's on mute or what, but I know that she's driving, so she don't want to have background noise. All right, thanks you guys. Thanks so much, Brooke. I really appreciate that. So this month we have a few 1 week left for early bird. So if I know I'm kind of sounding like a broken record here, but please just double check with every single person on your personal team for conference, because it's the strangest, most unexpected people, and especially new people who would take the plunge and come. We really do need more people at conference. Just a reminder that Tracy Britt Cool is going to be in attendance, along with 2 other special guests, and they're really, really going to be announcing 3 crazy special things that are going to change our business forever. So I think it's going to be a really, really, really good conference. So even anybody you recruit in the next week, I want to find out, do you guys know about if you recruit somebody in July, you get another bag? Is that what it is, or have they not announced that? Jill should know. Jill?
The bag is for $850 in sales for consultants, $1,500 for directors. There's another bag that we're going to get if you attend conference. It doesn't matter when you sign up, when you come, but when you go and you get that. And then if you're talking about a third bag, that's probably going to be what they're announcing here on July 16th, I think.
Okay. Yeah. And that'll probably be for recruiting. You'll get the other bag.
Bags, bags, bags. I love bags.
Yeah. Oh, so does my husband. I have a Pampered Chef mountain of bags in my basement that he hates. Also, let's see here. So the big thing will be, and then I'm going to do a Zoom on org-wide booking blitz so that we can all get some more bookings on our calendar, and then a Zoom call for a meeting coming up right away here too. So I'll announce those after we get off the show. I'm going to do some in the daytime, some in the evening to catch a bunch of different people. Hopefully I can book some shows too. Sound good? Any other questions or comments? Frustrations? Yeah, I know, me too. Can I please book a show?
Yeah.
But we will. We'll do it. We're going to do it. I'm going to sell $7,000 this month, come hell or high water. Just how am I going to do it? That's the question.
I just need my team to do anything. Just one thing.
Yeah.
One.
New people, Renee. New people.
I got one. She's gonna put her 1,500 this week, so hopefully I get more of those.
Yes.
But they don't want to do anything. None of them.
What's their reasoning? I can't get a booking, or I don't want to.
All of the above. A lot of wah, woe is me. I'm like, guess what? If you want this, you'll do it.
Yeah.
You can make all the excuses you want. You can do. Everybody has excuses. That's easy. Nobody said it was going to be easy.
Yes. It's true. And you wrote that it's do or die and all that good stuff, and they know that. I wonder if have you tried the mystery host angle with them?
I have. It's just some of them. Like I did an event with one of them who I didn't realize how bad she is as customer service.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, that would be it, because it was just horrid how she was approaching people, and I was like, need to soften your edges a little bit and try to help her approach people because it was very awkward and people were like fleeing. I'm like, okay. That could explain why you want it, but you just struggle at it.
Right, that makes sense. I don't know if a lot of the people are local to you, but one of the things I've done is like a booking blitz at my house where people can come over and you can do calls together, just sit there and do messaging together. And then they can show you the messages they're getting back, or you can hear how they sound on the phone. You can go, whoa, no, it's a little too aggressive, or things like that. Brooke, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I wondered if you've tried a challenge, Renee.
Good idea.
So in June, one of the things that I do a challenge of some kind every month, but in June, I did a team challenge that if they put a mystery bag party of $1,000 or more, and a customer appreciation sale of $1,000 or more, I would send them a $25 gift card.
Ooh.
And I think that might be a reach for your team, but you could do one, like a mystery bag or a mystery host or whatever of X number of dollars.
Yeah, that would work. Definitely.
Good idea. People seem to, incentivizing them seems to work pretty good. I like that. Thanks, Brooke.
Totally. I've had this discussion with Christy so many times. She's like, we just need a new team. I'm like, I know. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm out there.
Yeah, exactly. We're working on it.
I'm trying to do the Justine approach. Send a message to everybody.
Nice. Such a good host special or sign up special this month with that double burner grill too.
Yes.
Yes.
Really
Exactly.
good one. Joe.
Well, the one that just joined last week, she's like, well, I want that. I'm like, well, sweetie, you kind of joined in June.
Yeah, and you can.
You can get $250 toward it.
Exactly. That's what I said.
Yeah,
And I'm like, otherwise, just host a party and get it at 60% off.
exactly. That's the way to do it. I'm going to host this summer sizzler at my house, and I'm going to do wine slushies and a whole bunch of different things. I haven't done a summer backyard party in a while. So invite all my neighbors and have a big barbecue. And if you have not done a quick cooker workshop, do one. Oh my goodness, the sales were so good, and people bought a quick cooker and they absolutely loved it. So I highly recommend a quick cooker workshop.
So you do that thing like a freezer meal workshop, let's say?
No, I just did it like a
Or
normal
like a
cooking
show?
show. A normal cooking show. I did the bread and the cheesecake ahead of time, and then we made just a meal. And then I made in front of everybody while the meal was cooking, butter in the whipped cream maker, and they all lost their marbles to go on the bread. And that lasagna is so impressive that I posted.
It looks good.
So good. I was like horrified when we took the springform pan off, but it worked really, really well.
The chicken is also amazing.
Yay! Vineyard chicken with grapes. So, it
So
comes out of the
good.
box. And it uses a lot of power tools, the vineyard chicken, like the close and cut and the herb milk. You use things like fresh tarragon, which is kind of outside the box.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, you guys are doing great. I know you guys are working your butts off. I'm so proud of you. We have the best leadership team in Canada.
Woo!
You. I cannot wait for conference. I'm counting down the days. It's going to be magical this year. Woohoo! All right. Hope you guys have a good day, and we'll be in touch. Thanks for tuning in.
Bless
Bless you. Bless you.
I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.